Naked Shamanism.
So I'm going to be playing my hang drum. I played last night. I figured this is a good time to just let go of things, move into a better, positive vibration. I believe if we work on ourselves to do better, to get into that space, that place, then it just rubs off, on other people. It's kind of like the same way the fear is of other things that are being kind of thrown at us. Kind of rubs off the same way. Well, I'm here to say that let's try to encourage one another through this time. Let's not beat each other up because we have differences or we see the world differently than maybe someone else does. It's kind of like what the old system wants to happen. They want us to be in battle, in conflict with one another. Some of you may agree with me, some of you may not. It's hate is hate regardless what side you are hating or not in congruence with. It will always be that way, regardless if you're one way or the other. If you have a dislike and distaste for somebody, then you have it's dislike and distaste. There's no separation. It's the same thing. How we live with what's in front of us is important and is valuable. How we move and navigate through life and how we respond and react to the things that trigger us and the things that bother us, the things that move us into a state of mind or a state of being. Okay, that's how we can define ourselves. There are no answers for some things, and that's life. We just move on. Sometimes people move away, sometimes people come together, some people dislike one another. I can't change it, and I can only control what I have in my present sphere of influence and in my heart. And I can only really confine and I can only really move the energy that I am, who I am in myself. And everybody who wants to come along with that or in alignment with that energy will find each other. You will find those people who are like you. You will find those people who are in the same vibrational pool. And then you will also repel people who are not in your alignment, which is okay. Nothing wrong with that. Life is not about creating perfection. Life is about understanding there's perfection in the imperfection of things. Then when things look bad, even within that bad moment, there is something that comes good out of it, or something will manifest and create from that. And how you respond and how you react from that is really up to you, not up to the person who did it or the person who hurt you or the person that's... No. We have to make our decisions in our life, how we are going to navigate, how we are going to move, what's going to bother us, what's not going to bother us, what's true, what's not true. We are individual little universes floating on this big blue ball, and each little universe has its own creation, its own belief system, its own ideologies, its own religion, its own heart, its own brain. So when you come to the minds and you meet other people like yours, it's an aha moment, it's an awakening moment. Okay, but then we also meet people who are not in alignment with us, and that's okay. No problem. It just means that you're just not in the same vibrational energy together. And then you'll repel, and you'll move on, and you'll find others, and you'll repel and move on. That's life. That's Mother Nature. That's how she works. This virus is Mother Nature. It's the big, great cleansing. Unfortunately, some of us will not make it through this. Some of us will. Some of us won't. Some of us will come out very different. Some of us will come out very changed. The biggest thing that's happening right now is the lack of human contact, the lack of touch, the lack of hugging someone, embracing somebody. Some of you do it, but a lot of people are very fearful to even have contact with other human beings at this time because of fear of people contaminating or getting others sick. But I'll tell you, love will prevail. Love is stronger than any virus, than anything. You have to believe that. If you don't believe that, it makes it very difficult. We have to understand that we will get through this. We will move through this. We will get through it. But we have to believe, and we have to have faith. And we have to believe in our heart, as it has its own personal brain, like this brain. They come together. So today I want to play my hang drum for you to help bring more peace to the world, to bring more peace to the life. to bring more peace to my heart, more peace to myself personally, because I am flawed just like you. I am imperfect. I am full of viruses, molds, and bacterias that will break me down one day and will assimilate me and return me back to the earth. Knowing that, and returning back to the universe, returning back to spirit, returning back to God, or whatever you're in alignment with, we never truly die. What dies and what we fear, I think, is what we'll miss. The people, the adventures, the moments that we were designed. We made this contract to come here. We made this agreement to come on this planet, on this earth, in this present moment in time, to experience what we have to experience. That's why we're here. That's exactly why we are in this present moment. It's not 100 years before, it's not 100 years later, it's today. It's this moment. You are here, I am here, because we have things to learn. We have things to experience. We will learn and we will experience. So, we could be angry about everything, but what does that do? It's easy to be mad. It's easy to be upset. It's easy to love. It's easy to care. But when you wake up the next day, you're going to be like, that really matter? Was that important? I don't know. Only you know. So the hang drum is basically, it's kind of like a steel drum, reverse steel drum. All the things are outwardly and then inwardly, if you want to ever look at it. There's different tones, there's different keys. I'm not sure what key this one's in. It looks like a big UFO. It looks like it's ready to fly off. Look. But anyhow. But I like it. It's fun. It's different. It's a nice change of pace from the big drum that sits over there in my office here. And so it's nice to bring it out and play it and bring a different vibration to the world, a nice energy, and I really love it and enjoy it. And it brings peace and joy to me too. So that's important. That's important to be able to connect with something that brings you joy, especially in this time right now where we're all probably finding ourselves more at home, more grounded in our personal lives with other people, and then a certain group of people, and then maybe a majority of people, since we've been kind of limited to do what we can in the world right now because we're trying to combat something that we can't see, an unseen force. But regardless, humans are made to experience and to express and to feel. This is actually a good time to feel and express things in a way that you probably weren't used to feeling and used to expressing. So, but slowly we get back into a new rhythm, we get back into a new heartbeat, a new feeling. We don't necessarily change in the sense, but we adapt to our environment as it presents itself to us. We're adapting right now. And within that adaptation is where change actually occurs. So we can't change until we're actually forced, until we're molded, until we're pushed into that space that we're uncomfortable. And when we're uncomfortable, what happens is we either stay stuck in that old energy that we've created to protect us, or we start to chip away and break away from that. Everybody's doing whatever they need to do. Everybody's doing all the things they have to do to navigate this time of uncertainty, navigate this time of things just really being different than it was a year ago. It's crazy to think a year ago we were all doing so many different things and we were exploring the world in such different ways. Now we have to explore the world in a completely different manner. But that's kind of where we're at. That's kind of where we're at, and that's kind of what we're doing right now. So hopefully you're able to find things and find peace in yourself, with the people around you, a deeper connection with spirit, a deeper connection with who you perceived yourself to be. A lot of you are probably finding that you're not the same person that you were 6 months ago, let alone yesterday. But because we've been forced into a lot of serious pondering and thinking, and the way we approach the world and how the world approaches us individually. And that's kind of where we've moved now. So So, a lot of you probably know, and probably some of you don't know, on the beginning of the month, on the 3rd, I was doing an event, and I was leaving the event, and then what happened was I was, strapping my things like I usually do, and pulling them and loading my truck, and then one of the bungee cords snapped, came loose, who knows, but hit me square in the eye. And I haven't really talked about this. Hit me square in the eyeball. And for a slight moment, excuse me, as I cleared my throat, I thought I lost my eyeball. Like, I thought it fell out of my head. And it really freaked me out. And then I was like very quiet, didn't let anybody know what was going on. I looked around with my good eye, and then I looked in the truck mirror and I saw my eye. So that was a relief. But I noticed my eye was getting really red. And my friend who was with me, Kate, she didn't even know. Nobody knew. I was just like really subtle, and I had to go up to her and just say, "Hey, Kate, can you ask him to give me a bag of ice, because I hit myself with a bungee cord?" And she's like, I could tell that she was like, "What?" And she noticed that my eye was red, and at that moment I was like, just kept loading the drums as she went to get ice, and just would get out of there. And I tell you, it's probably one of the most scariest moments in my personal life, where I was not in control of something, where I was totally, like, very vulnerable. Like, I felt so vulnerable. I was in shock. I was just in dismay what had just happened to me. That whole day was just like, I wasn't sure if I was even going to make it. I wasn't sure. I wasn't feeling it. And, after the event was over, I was just like, wow, we're done. It's like, we're good, and then boom, earlier that day, I was fishing a little bit. She had come by, and I caught a fish, and the fish was a little koi fish, like a little carp size, looked like a koi, like a wild koi, that's what I call it. And it was crying. It was like crying like a little baby. I was like, what the heck? I'd never heard a fish cry before. The signs were there for me not to travel that day, but I ignored the signs. And I tell you, we all have those signs. We all know those signs when we shouldn't do something. And I tell you, we're all intuitive. We all have intuitional moments. And from now on, I'm going to follow my intuition a little bit more closely. When I have that gut feeling that I'm not supposed to be in an event or do something or be someplace or get in my car, I'm going to follow that, because it's usually not wrong. It's usually right on the money. So, anyways, that's the short of the story and how that all played out. I'm just like, traveling. We're moving into November now. There's a full moon coming up this weekend. So there's a lot of energies right now that are really coursing through the universe and moving through us, in us, with us. And, you know, we're part of this big galactic thrust. We're part of the universe. We're part of it. That's why we feel it. That's why we're in these emotions and these feelings, because we're entangled in this magical dance with the universe, and we're part of it. We are it. We are it. You know, when we're on this planet, we're in flux. We feel its pains. We feel the heat. We feel the cold. We feel the forest fires out west. We feel the hurricane down in the Gulf. You know, we feel the gloominess when the clouds are here. You know, the sun is shining behind those clouds, but you know what? We feel that, because we are one with the earth. We are one with the planet. But we've become so disconnected. We've become so disenfranchised from Mother Earth that we don't understand anymore. We just use her, and it's just like we would open the refrigerator, grab a can of soda or whatever you drink, and you just discard it in the trash when you're done with it. We treat Mother Earth like that sometimes, if not all the time. There are other people who really love and care for Mother Earth, but the majority of the time, Mother Earth is doing her thing. She's flushing, she's cleaning. You know, that's why she has hurricanes. That's why she has tornadoes. Because there's imbalances in nature, and it causes it. We are an imbalance in nature where there's too many human beings on this planet, and we're too concentrated in certain areas. That's why there's diseases. That's why there's things that happen. And, you know, and it's a sad moment when humanity loses touch with Mother Nature. Because Mother Nature is the reason we can survive. Because if she's in balance, if she's in harmony, then we can live and we can be in harmony. Mother Nature will do with or without us. Our survival is dependent on how we respond to her reactions and how we abuse her. If she is milked and drained, then she's going to respond a certain way. Then we have to adapt. If we don't adapt, then we will perish. We will disappear from this planet. We will no longer be the dominant species as we think of ourselves to be. You know, here's a virus that has attacked us all, and it's the dominant species on the planet right now. Not man, not humanity. We fear it because we have to wear our mask. We have to have social distancing. We have to do all these things because of a microscopic, natural part of nature that's part of nature. And, you know, throughout history, man has been cleansed from this earth because Mother Nature knows how to do that. And there have been plagues. We live with viruses. We live with diseases. We live with things for thousands of years. This new virus that's here, we're gonna have to learn how to live with it. The question is, we will create immunities to certain diseases. We will become stronger because of certain diseases. We inoculate ourselves because of certain diseases. We will become stronger. The next generation will become stronger. Unfortunately, this is how nature is. Mother Nature doesn't pick favorites. I'm not her favorite. Iggy's not her favorite. Iggy is on the ride, like you. Iggy is enjoying the ride and doing his best on the ride and trying to enjoy Mother Nature as much as he can. And all the beautiful things that she offers us. Ask yourself, what can you give back to Mother Earth in the most simplest, calmest, easiest way? You don't have to go out and be an advocate 24/7, but what can you do? Do you recycle? Do you compost? What do you do? Do you grow your own garden? Do you harvest your own water? Do you have solar panels on your house? How can you harness the energy of the earth to benefit you? To honor yourself, to honor others. Because here we are. Everything has a shelf life. Even this big planet. I hope you guys have been enjoying the hang drum, and as I kind of talk a little bit about life and what's going on in my life, what's going on, how I'm navigating life. I hope that you got a little peace, a little quiet with me playing my drum for you. That was the whole point. think that's a wrap. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for sending your prayers and your love and your positive energies my way when I was down and out and when I was in a bad place with my eye injury. I'm not quite there yet. I'm still blurry a little bit in the eye. It's going to take some time, but my spirits are getting up there now. They're getting better. I'm starting to feel better. I tell you, I was really down. I know I had a lot of reasons to be down, but I'll have a lot of reasons also to be up and excited and thankful for things. And I think that started to outweigh the things that I was, I was sulking. I was in my own misery and my own, my little whine moment. And then rightfully so, because, my life had changed temporarily for me. And, if I had lost my sight from that eye, that would have been a huge change in my life. How I approach things, how I see things. So for me, it was a real live event. There's some other things that happened to me along the way that I don't really want to get into right now. Physically, that happened to me. I'm much better now. Working out, getting back into shape. I'm working, walking 2 miles a day each day. I'm really working on my stretching and what I'm eating. I'm trying to eat sensibly and trying to do better, get healthy, and just trying to get back in that frame of mind where I used to be years ago. And just kind of life takes over and you just kind of fall between the cracks. And even when you do this work, this metaphysical, holistic work, you still have to work on yourself constantly. It's not, oh yeah, I'm the shaman now and I can do. No, it's a constant work. It's a constant evolution. It's constantly improving. It's constantly doing better and understanding, like that old saying is, the path of enlightenment is, carrying water and then going back to carrying water, and just doing the things that you do, it doesn't change you. It just enhances more into your being. Not being able to see has been actually a pretty interesting journey for me. It's because I'm a very visual person, number one, in my mind. And to think that when you don't have that one eye that you've used all your life, all of a sudden you start to appreciate that eye, and you give thanks to that eye. Thank you, eye, for seeing the things I need to see. Everything to my right. Everything in front of me, It's just, I want to give thanks to my eyes. I want to give thanks to my body. I want to give thanks, to God for giving me my faculties that I have what I have, and I'm very grateful for that. Thank you very much. And so, the 31st, I also wanted to share with you that the 31st is also a very time of awakening, a very time of the veil being very thin and very open, very wide open. And so, it wouldn't be uncommon for you to feel or hear things that you never felt before, especially on the 31st, when you feel this energy just compiling together. And now, you're going to be in this space. And then the veil opens up a lot more than you think. But this is, with the full moon, it makes it even more powerful. So set your intentions properly. Set your intentions right. If there's someone that you have a difference with, I'm not saying you have to go back and make amends, but, send them some positive love. You might be surprised what that does for you versus necessarily what it does for them. Sometimes the healing is within us, helps other people heal, because then they don't become the focal point of your thoughts in your mind. You move on to better things, better grounds. So I'm going to play one more, and then I'm going to call it a night. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in. But I'm tuning into my concert show, Iggy Garcia Live here. Thank you, everybody. Have a good evening. Be well. Get some rest. Look for a better day tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy this day. Enjoy this night. Peace and love. Be well. Take care of yourselves. I will talk to you soon. Go out there. Make a difference. It's good to be here. Remember that. Never forget that. It's good to be here. Keep telling yourself that because it always gets better every time you say it louder. It's good to be here. You know, you got to believe that. All right, guys. Be well. Irisikwi ho'oponopono matakuyasin. What is above is below. Give thanks to God. Give thanks to the universe. Give thanks to whatever you give thanks to. Just remember, be grateful. Be in gratitude. Remember of all the things, the good things you have in your life. It's easy to think about all the things we don't have. Let's think about the things we do have. Let's be grateful for those things. With that, have a good evening. I'll talk to you guys soon. I will see you next time on Iggy Garcia Live. As I finish here off playing, I will talk to you soon. Peace out, guys. Love you.